welcome to the National African American Insurance Association St. Louis's second annual Black History Month celebration, Still I Rise. Still I Rise. I'm Carol Daniels, Senior Producer, Managing Editor, and Host at 9 PBS.
And I'm Tracy Berry McGee, the founder of the I Define Me movement. It is a pleasure and an honor for us to serve as your mistresses of ceremony for NAAIA's St. Louis second annual Black History Celebration. At this time, I ask that you please stand as we prepare to sing the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing. And following the Black National, Mr. Quincy Branch, a member of NAAIA St. Louis and the new president and CEO and rising leadership at the Connolly Financial Group, which is now the largest African-American-owned brokerage firm in the state of Missouri, will provide us with the invocation. Lyrics to the Black National Anthem can be found on page 7 of your program. Please feel free to sing along.
And I know some of y'all are thinking, that looked like Kirk Franklin to me. That did not look like Quincy. And that was Kirk Franklin, but I believe Quincy is here to provide the invocation. Quincy, if you would, please.
So after something like that, you got to say, let the church say amen. Amen. And I'm just curious, should we do offering now or should we wait after I pray? Okay. But if we're all in agreement, if we can all bow our heads. Most precious Heavenly Father, God, we thank you first and foremost for your protection, your peace, and your guidance as you got us here this night and this day. Now, God, we have so much to be thankful for. And God, again, we thank you for your grace that you've given us to acknowledge not only this day, but also this month, and also the history that we are celebrating. Father God, we thank you for the leadership of this organization, that you continue to give them the wisdom and guidance that they need to move the needle forward, oh God. And Lord, again, we thank you for your presence over this night. We thank you for the celebration. We thank you for blessing the food that we're about to partake. And Lord, again, we thank you for your protection even as we leave. And Father God, most importantly, we thank you for just celebrating your spirit, your son, and your guidance. And we ask all these things in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
So let's get started. How many people here love insurance? Okay, so let's ask this question a little differently. How many people love that they have insurance when they or their family need it? Amen. So yes, we are in a room filled with insurance people, and thank goodness Jake from State Farm and the Gecko.
Love him.
Flo, was it Flo from Progressive, did not show up.
I'd have been fine with Flo rolling in here.
Yes, the goal of tonight is to provide an educational and celebratory celebration. What we will not experience is anyone trying to sell you a policy.
Are we sure? Are we sure about that? I have a 28-year-old. Anybody? Hit me up. I collected no business cards. Y'all didn't lay a card on me. Don't I look like I need insurance?
Yeah.
I'm all covered. Let me tell you, I am covered. I'm good. I'm good, Tracy.
You are fully covered.
I'm fully covered.
That's right.
I am
That's
fully
right.
covered. Now, February offers a time for us to celebrate Black history, which, as we believe in this room, is in fact American history. American history. This Black history thing is American history, and we got an extra day to celebrate because of a leap year. So, happy Black History Month, happy Black American History Month, happy Insurance Careers Month. Is that a thing? It's in my script, Tracy. I guess it's a thing. It's a thing. And again, happy extra day of the year 2024. Happy leap year day to you as well. So what do you do with the extra day, February 2024? Well, NAAIA St. Louis decided to celebrate. This evening allows us the opportunity to give thanks to the journey of African Americans in insurance and investments, and to those they have met along the way.
And how can we truly celebrate if we don't recognize the leaders of the future? And for the first time, NAAIA St. Louis will celebrate 3 young students that are scholarship awardees, and they are rising leaders. Give them a hand.
Yes, yes.
And
Y'all better clap like it's your child. Clap like it's your
That's
child.
right. That's it. That part. When they say that part, and then we will celebrate rising leaders in the community and in the insurance field.
And lastly, we can hardly wait to hear from our keynote speaker tonight, Dana Wilson. Dana defines audacious leadership. So this evening is all about leadership. Did you do it again, Tracy? Do it again, Tracy. Do it again. Do it again. Yes. That's all right. All right. You are in the house. You are in the house. Don't get anything started.
Speaking of leaders, if any elected officials are with us tonight, please stand and let us thank you.
And now please welcome NAAIA St. Louis President Corey Tyson to the stage.
Good evening. Good evening. The room looks amazing. Oh my gosh. I'm just floored. See if I can get this mic up a bit. I'm just floored by the support here today. I actually met a couple superstars myself out in the VIP reception. Some of you may know her, Miss Gateway St. Louis, Erica Johnson. Okay. She's competing in the Miss Missouri USA. So thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you. So please go out and support her. Yeah. So I thought I'd just start. Corey Tyson. I am NAAIA's St. Louis president and excited to be. I work at Capital Group, and if you don't know Capital Group, we are a $2.6 trillion asset manager, and actually we're the largest asset manager in the insurance space. So we are, and I cover 12 states in the Midwest. I'm the regional vice president. during the day, but at night I cover as the president of NAAIA, so I'm excited about that. Not originally from St. Louis, but I'm really enjoying the rich history in the region and all the great people that I've been able to meet in this process. I just want to let you know my wife is over here to the right, Jakira Tyson. Thank you for your support. I have to give it up to her because she allows me to go out day in and day out. I travel a lot. I do a lot of things with our organization, so she allows me to do that. And our girls, I am a girl dad. Any girl dads out there? Okay. Yeah, there are some girl dads out there. Okay. Well, we're proud to be, and my girls are amazing, and I can't be thankful enough for them, for all they allow me to do. So what a night. I thought about this excellent cause with excellent people. This is our second annual Black History Month event. Second annual Black History Month event, and you may have came last year and thought that it might not have happened again, but it is. It was an amazing event we pulled together last year, but this year will be even more amazing. I want to start by first just thanking some of our partners. Our biggest partner, Affinity Planning and Insurance Foundation. And if you know who the leader of this organization is, it's Miss Kathy Connolly Jones. So, and listen, I wish I could say we could do it without her, but we can't. And we wouldn't want to because she is the heartbeat of our organization. And I know she was telling today at the Urban League that she was going to kind of step back, and we almost all cried in there. So, so thank you so much, Ms. Kathy Connolly Jones. Thank you for your commitment to our organization, but to the people here also. So thank you. So to the board, our board, and if the board just doesn't mind standing up, if you are part of the NAAIA St. Louis board, we have an amazing board of talented people. I am so thankful for this group. They are sharp, talented, and ready to run. So we were going to, some big things coming, so keep an eye out. What about our event planner, Divine Events? Divine Events? I see Aaron over there to my left. They pulled this thing together. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Divine Events. They are excellent at what they do. So if you have an event coming up, please consider Divine Events. And to the people that made this all possible, our partner sponsors. So we have, I'm going to go start with United Healthcare. Just thank you, United Healthcare, for being a partner at the partnership level. Aon, here in the front here, thank you, Aon. RGA, thank you, RGA. I think right here, RGA. Safety National, thank you so much. To our supporter sponsors, Affinity Planning and Insurance Foundation, Affinity, thank you very much. Lockton, where's Lockton at? Thank you, Lockton. Yes. Foresight Finley, thank you so much, Foresight Finley. I met some folks from Foresight Finley today. Thank you so much. The Urban League, how could we forget the Urban League? Thank you so much at the first level. Our friend level sponsors, Daniel and Henry. Thank you so much, Daniel and Henry. Midwest Employers Casualty. Thank you so much. Combined a Chubb Company. Thank you. At the friendship. Invest. Thank you. Alicious. That is a really good restaurant if you haven't been there in Ferguson. Delicious is really good. The Hartford at the friendship level. Thank you so much, the Hartford. Lakeinen Insurance Benefits and Risk Management. Thank you. And Kathy Connolly Jones Consultants. Thank you. She's just doubling up on us. She's at every level here. Okay. So just a special thanks to our speakers, our corporate sponsors who have gone out their way to support this event and scholarships for students interested in insurance and financial services. It's so important to us. Thank you to our scholarship recipients and families here today. Cameron, Journey, Taikia, thank you so much. You are excellent. If no one hasn't told you that, you are excellent. Thank you so much. And we're happy that you're here today. So I thought about this, the National African American Insurance Association. We go by NAAIA because that's a long name, obviously. But keep in mind that there's 25 different chapters across this country. We actually have one in development. We are one of that 25 here in St. Louis. So we are a part of a larger network. There's a national organization that sits at the top, and we kind of report up there. But also here locally, it's really important that not only you get involved at the national, but you get involved here locally, because I've had a couple of those conversations, so know that's important to us of how our organization is structured. So NAAIA is dedicated to empowering African American insurance professionals currently in the industry, as well as celebrating their accomplishments. NAAIA is also committed to attracting talented individuals in the insurance industry. Through our work in affiliation with organizations, we are dedicated to increasing the awareness and opportunities and the attractiveness of careers in this insurance industry. NAAIA is engaged in sharing of information for personal growth, professional development. The organization provides opportunities for networking, continuing education, and for building mutually beneficial connections and partnerships. Probably why most of you are here. Along with our partners, NAAIA sponsors a host of talent competitions for college students, as well as provides numerous scholarships annually to deserving students. NAAIA's involvement in local, regional, and at the national level. The association has a strong relationship with traditional insurance industry trade associations and other organizations focused on the interest of people of color and on diversity and inclusion in the insurance industry. I would like to thank everyone under the sound of my voice for being part and parcel to something bigger than yourself. Yes, this happens to be the last day of Black History Month, but what I'd like to say is let this day linger all year. Remember what you hear, how you felt during this event. Contributing significantly to associates and members. Okay, so not that page, okay? So I'll leave you with this. NAAIA St. Louis is the #1 spot for insurance and financial professionals of diverse background, heritage, and color. We hope you recognize that because we do. So thank you. Have a great night tonight. And keep in mind there's donations all around, so please don't hesitate to donate. So thank you very much.
Donations all around, so don't hesitate.
All right, can I go off script for a second? Because that's my thing. Can you come meet me right here in the middle?
Oh, so let me tell you what this is. So first off, you got to take a selfie because you're
Yes.
a selfie queen.
So
So you
right.
take a selfie by yourself, and then we got to go this way because this is a
Okay.
Wheezy.
Oh, this is a
the two of
Wheezy?
us, a
Okay,
Wheezy.
all right,
That's
hold
called a
on.
Wheezy.
Hold on, okay.
Oh, he cute.
So cute,
And
so
then-
cute.
And then this
And
is
then,
a Ussy.
and this is an Ussy.
So we're part. Everybody's a
So hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up.
And they stay there.
Yes. All right, okay, thank you.
So y'all learned something. You learned something. A selfie, a Wheezy,
Wheezy
and
an
an
Ussy.
Ussy. That's it.
My son told me I'm too old for selfies. I said,
never.
you're too old for me to pay for your cell phone. How about
That's right.
that?
How about that? Woo, I like that one.
You like that? Y'all feel free to use that.
In 2023, NAAIA St. Louis held their first Still I Rise celebration. And during that event, we were able to recognize 13 amazing African Americans within the St. Louis region. And these professionals represented the inaugural 2023 class of Black insurance and investment pioneers. Their journey was not easy. These pioneers struggled with racism, sexism, and several other obstacles, and yet they still succeeded. They rise. We would like to recognize any 2023 awardees and pioneers that are present today. Please rise and allow us to recognize and thank you for your journey. Any in 2023? All right.
There we go. There we go. Congratulations. Yes. So we said that it would be educational tonight, and in honor of Black History Month, throughout the evening, we are going to offer moments in Black history. Moments in Black history. Here is one moment in Black history. Did you know that after the Civil War, African Americans banded together to create the benevolent associations? They were all over. The purpose was to help pay the costs incurred to bury a family's loved ones, also to support the economic needs of the community, and to rise above the circumstances in which they found themselves. In 1905, Alonzo Herndon established in Atlanta, Georgia, the longest continuing operating life insurance company in the country to serve the African American community. That company is Atlanta Life. Alonzo Herndon exhibited true leadership. By the way, Magic Johnson Enterprises recently purchased Atlanta Life to help it in its emergence and help it to still rise.
Oh, wait. Did you know that in 1953, 2 Black insurance brokerage firms were established that are still operating today? Yes, 70 years ago, Warrington Hudlin established Hudlin Insurance in East St. Louis, Illinois, and it continues to operate after 70 years by his son, Chris Hudlin. This evening is all about educating, celebrating, and applauding emerging and rising leadership. And in 1953, Miss Ernesta Precope founded E.G. Bowman Company in New York City, which grew to become the first independently Black woman-owned insurance firm in the country. Miss Precope passed away at the age of 98 in 2021. But there is new rising leadership who has a message for us. Jelani Fenton.
Hey, NAAIA family. I'm Jelani Fenton, and I've been in the industry since graduating college about 10 years ago. I'm now an agency owner with operations in New York and DC, and I couldn't be more excited about the opportunities that exist in our industry today. With insurtech and innovation, as well as a huge wave of retirement age talent who will need to be replaced by that next generation, there's never been a time to be a young professional or emerging leader in the insurance industry. Now, before considering our future, I do believe that it's extremely important for us to study our past, particularly those who have paved the way for us to access these opportunities that now look ahead for us down the line. So during this Black History Month, I think of Ernesta Precope, the founder of my business, E.G. Bowman, which was launched as the first Black woman-owned commercial insurance firm in the U.S. in 1953. She battled against redlining, gender discrimination, and found a way to rise up to become a leader in our industry and an icon in the world of business. Ernesta paved the way for many who carry the torch in our industry today, and soon the emerging leaders of today will carry that torch into the future. This is a reminder to never dim your light and to carry that torch high, because that flame will illuminate the vast opportunities available to you in your journey. Best of luck, happy Black History Month, and I look forward to being able to connect with everyone soon. Take care.
Thank you, Jelani. Thank you so much. And now it's my pleasure and my honor to welcome NAAIA member and supporter, Executive Director of Affinity Planning and Insurance Foundation, and Invest Board National Member, and as well, my husband's landscaping firm would not be covered if it were not for her. This is where we get our business insurance, is from this woman right here, and also big sister, mentor, giver of all advice when needed, when asked for, and when not asked for, which is the best way it ought to come. My friend, Kathy Conley Jones.
Now, first of all, I want everyone to breathe, because you say, Kathy's at the mic, and my God, how long will she talk? So I want you to know that this evening is really about you. And it's because you are here to support every one of these young people. Would you, those scholarship winners, would you just stand for a quick second for me? Let everybody see who they are, okay? That's what our future looks like, and we are thrilled about that. So you can be seated now, but I want everyone to also know I'm going to ask you to be a participant in something I'm going to do in just a moment. And I'm not going to talk forever, even though it seems like it. I'm not. I'm so honored to be here. And I am so honored to know that we were able to provide the first 3 scholarships for these young people. So people understand, when you see affinity, it's like, who is that? Well, that's me. What I decided before, I had to plan and decide, what am I going to do with my business? Because I can't keep hawking and bothering people all the time about their insurance, because they're going to say, why don't you go away? But I said I had to think about it. And what was important to me was that not only if I was going to sell my business, I didn't have a succession plan. If I was going to sell it, I needed to have something to do afterwards. So Affinity Planning and Insurance Foundation was established 7 years ago with no idea what I was going to do, except it had to provide education in this industry for young African American and women. It had to provide and support them financially, and it also had to provide an opportunity for them to experience and see what you can be just because you didn't know. So that's why I created Affinity. Now, that's a nice thing to do, but that's not exactly the most important thing. There are things about my being in this business that was extremely important, because a lot of people know that I have 3 sheroes. My first shero is Harriet Tubman, and I always said that it's extremely important that that woman who decided that she got out of freedom, she got out of being enslaved, and the next thing you know, she could have just gone on about her business and had a great time. But what did she do? She turned around and she came back. And she came back many times. And she got more and more enslaved people out so that they could be free. Because you're not free until we all are free. So that was my first one. Harriet Tubman. My second one is basically the words that come from Maya Angelou. And this says, "Still I rise." Maya Angelou gave voice to those who sometimes could not find their voice, or sometimes did not know what to say. So for me, Aunt Maya Angelou is one of those sheroes of mine, because no matter what she said, her people went through. Still I rise. And that's where that came from. In addition to that, of course, I also have one other shero. That was my mother. My mother was a woman, Myrtle Cosby, but she didn't have any education. She only had a 4th grade education. There's a story behind that. I can tell you all whenever you want. We'll be outside. I'll be there. But here's the thing that I found from my mother. She taught me something called CPR. Now, we all know CPR. It's when you are going down, when you may be losing it. The life is going out of your body, that someone comes to you and they put their life blood or their life force into you. That's what CPR is. But my mom's CPR was, first of all, compassion. She felt it was important that you consider other people. The next one was prayer, because we have to pray our way through a lot of things. And the last thing was resilience, because every day, these young people, and I think she's over there you are, you're going to encounter times that you seem like, I want to give up. Don't give up. Find someone that you can hold on to. And this is what I'm going to ask individuals in here in just a second. So I want everybody to really pay attention to this. I decided, after I sold my business, and there's the gentleman who bought my business in this room, but when I got ready to sell my business, it was important that I wanted someone that, first of all, had the same service mentality that I had for my clients. I just couldn't leave them. They're part of my family. So I said, I have to have service. They have to have knowledge. They have to have commitment to this community, because I am committed to my community. And so I found someone, and there's a gentleman sitting there. Just raise your hand there. That's Mr. Quincy Branch. He is now the president and CEO of the Conley Financial Group. And I get to step away, find freedom, and rise. Thank you so much for that. And the other reason that I am here is because of a program called Invest. You might see some of these around. I'm not sure if we were able to get these out. Invest is a program that was started in 1970 by a number of independent brokers, what they call it the Big I. Do we have the Big I up there at all? Well, the Big I is the Independent Agents and Brokers of America. And that group was basically looking to find a way to educate, bring financial literacy to young people. But at the same time, they wanted to find a way to introduce this career path of insurance. Because you don't have to have a college degree to come into the insurance industry, and a lot of young people don't know that. But we want you to get one. We're not saying just don't. We want you to do that. And so Invest has created this program. It's an amazing program. It educates high school and community college students in financial services, insurance, risk management, and it encourages them to pursue a variety of insurance careers. That Invest program is coming to St. Louis. And why I'm thrilled about that is I am on the national board, and I said, you've got to bring it to St. Louis. Okay, so that's how it's going to come here. Now, I want to get to the end of this because I can't wait for you not only to see these wonderful people who are awardees tonight, but also I want you to know how important it is your being here and supporting NAAIA actually is. Everyone who's an African American who's been in the insurance and investment field, they've been on a journey. Their journey sometimes is not easy. Their journey is sometimes very hard. But they find inspiration and allies along the way. And none of us can ever do anything alone. So this is where I'm going to ask everyone to do something for me. I'm going to first of all call Cameron Claiborne. Would you come and stand right here, sir? I'm going to call Journey Pollard. Ma'am, would you come here? And I'm going to call Tynia Clark. Would you come over here, please? Because this is something that's truly important. I want everybody to pay attention here. These are our three, come on over there, don't be shy, we can't do that. One of the things that's important, that's a part of the African American tradition, is when we get ready to send our warriors, our young, off to college, we also do something more. We let them know that they have a village that they can always reach out to. And these young people that stand before you in the tradition of the African American and the African culture, they are our warriors. These are the next generation that we depend upon. As we go back, they go forward. So we want to tell them who their village is. So this is where I'm going to need your help. Is there anyone in here who has benefited from the counsel of others who did not look like you, who was not the same color, the same race, or the same gender? If you're here, would you rise? Okay, good, good, all right. I have another question. Is there anyone here who benefited from education, exposure to different people, different cultures, and it has helped to enliven who you are? If you are here, rise. And last, I need everyone in here to promise to these three young people here that if you're called upon, they need counsel, they need support, They need whatever is important, that you will help them. If you are here, please rise. So young people who stand before us, this is your village. I want you to look out and see who you have before you. Would you please let them know, just by saying one word that is from Swahili, which means bringing it all together, and it's Harambe. Would you let them know, bringing it all together, that you are here for them, please? Harambe! All right, don't sit yet. This is your journey. These are their journeys. And we want to ensure that, in the words of Amanda Gorman, a poet and activist, we want to let you know that for there is always light if you are always brave enough to see it, and if you are only brave enough to be it. We expect great things from you. We expect you to have the leadership. We expect you to be committed, and we also expect you to follow through on those dreams, because your family, your friends, and everyone who stands as your village today are depending on you. Thank you all. Thank you. I will take my seat.
Harambe.
Harambe. I feel like we right there. We still in the month. Hey, we can do the whole Kwanzaa festival right now. To the employers in the room, consider this event an opportunity to find out more about career aspirations of these young people. Who knows, you may open their eyes to internships, apprenticeships, in areas of critical need in the insurance and financial service field, even in your own firms. No matter if these students' interest leads towards accounting, marketing, technology, or business, we want to encourage our students to consider and explore careers in the insurance field.
And at this time, we'd like to present our scholarship recipients again. When we call your name, come to the stage, and actually you'll stay down front where you were, and remain until all recipients have been recognized. And we need Kathy and Corey to come back as well for the photos, of course. Yes, you, Kathy.
That's right. Come up and stand.
Our first scholarship recipient, please welcome back Cameron Claiborne. Cameron is a high school senior. He attends Cardinal Ritter College Prep High School in St. Louis. Give it up for Cardinal Ritter. Cameron has earned a cumulative GPA of 3.611 through the first semester of the 2023-24 school year. He has consistently performed at a high level in the classroom and on the football field. He's an academic ambassador at his school and captain on the football team, where he was instrumental in leading the team to not one, but 2 state championship titles in October of 2022 and 23. Cameron, y'all, is going to be a Morehouse man. He was selected for a Renewable Academic Scholarship Award for 4 years due to his excellence as a scholar. His mother, Cynthia, and his father, Gregory, are with him this evening. Cynthia and Gregory, where are you? Congratulations to you. Cameron Claiborne. One more time for Cameron.
Yes. And next up, we have Miss Journey Pollard. She is a high school junior, and she attends Cardinal Ritter College Prep High School in St. Louis, Missouri. Journey has earned a cumulative 4.0 GPA through the first semester of the 23-24 school year, and she is currently ranked amongst her junior class number 1 of 105 students.
Yes.
Journey always appears to find an opportunity to master the topics and subjects that most students find challenging. She demonstrates the rare ability to value the we before I, accuracy over speed, and learning above letter grades. She embodies integrity, faith, maturity, and leadership, but encourages other students, often upper-class students, to do the right thing consistently. Many have said that Journey holds herself to a higher standard of excellence and will not change that for anyone. Her mother, Makia Pollard, and her father, Dwight Pollard, accompany her this evening. Mom and Dad, please stand as well.
And please welcome back Tykia Clark. Tykia is a high school senior. She attends East St. Louis Senior High School in East St. Louis, Illinois. She has earned a cumulative 4.214 GPA through the first semester of the academic year. Tykia is said to possess an unwavering determination and passion for learning, alongside a unique ability to balance her academic pursuits with a diverse range of extracurricular activities. She is committed to her church, giving back to the less fortunate through the box food program and the beautification of the community through a volunteer community cleanup program. Her mother, Letitia, and her brother, Tyus, are with her this evening. Where are you? Over there, table number 5. Congratulations to you, Tykia Clark. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all rise and acknowledge the first NAAIA Still I Rise scholarship class, our next generation of leadership, of talent, history makers in their own right. You can do better than that. You can do better than that. Hope they're being directed by the award-winning photographer Wiley Price to get on the stage. Wiley's so demanding, so demanding.
It's so good.
All right, it is all right. Come on, here we go.
Would you remind her that she's the first recipient of the Christopher Hudlin Scholarship?
Tykia is the first recipient of the Chris Hudlin Scholarship. Give her a hand.
Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations.
It's hard wearing those high heel shoes and everything, ain't it? Yes. Many. Give them a hand, another hand. They deserve it. I said 4.0, 4.2. That's good.
I'm not going to tell you what I had, Tracy.
Hey,
There was a 4,
but
but it wasn't the first number. Okay?
look at you now.
Still I rise.
That's right. That
Still I
village.
rise.
Still I rise.
Yes, yes.
Well, you know, many African-American insurance professionals entered the industry full of hope and excitement, eager to begin their careers, all with the same question: where are all the African-American employees? And Dr. Leroy Nunnery had the same thought and published a national acclaimed study in 2018 in conjunction with NAAIA entitled The Journey of African-American Insurance Professionals Past, Present, and Future. And that report was commissioned by Marsh, a global insurance brokerage entity whose leaders were trying to understand where are all the Black people, where and why they weren't staying when they were hired. If anyone from Marsh is here and would like to raise your hands, please do at this time. Yes, we thank you.
Thank you so much.
And your organization, and we appreciate your support.
Now, NAAIA St. Louis is committed to giving credit where credit is due, even if it's not to someone specifically involved in the insurance industry. We now have NAAIA St. Louis President Corey Tyson back, and Vice President Mark Johnson to the stage for our awards and to honor various people this evening. Would you return?
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
This is something that I typically don't do. I normally leave this type of stuff to my brother, Bishop Michael Jones, but I'm here. Okay, this evening. I got it. Thank you. Well, hey, since I'm here, how about the band this evening? MD by my younger brother, Larry Johnson, over in the corner. Okay. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, Lisa Gates, daughter of Colonel Gates, and the inaugural recipient of the Colonel Clifton W. Gates Award. Mike McMillan to the stage to help introduce our 2024 Colonel Clifton W. Gates Award. Let's give Mike a hand as he comes. So, last year we recognized a partner to NAAIA and to the community. That partner embodied caring for those in the African American community and beyond, to embrace not only social needs but economic empowerment. We named that award after Colonel Clifton W. Gates, a truly transformative individual in St. Louis. This year, when we thought about who embodies that emerging and rising mantle of Colonel Clifton W. Gates, there was only one. Congratulations, Dr. Cheryl Watkins, CEO of YWCA, Metropolitan St. Louis, on being awarded the 2021 Colonel Clifton W. Gates Awards.
Oh my God, this is such an honor. It is a huge honor. I'm gonna tell you, when Kathy called me, who was a great friend, and said, "You won this award." And I said, "Are you kidding me? I'm coming behind greatness with Mike McMillan, who's a colleague of mine in the nonprofit space." And I just want to thank your great uncle for, when I read about his background and the impact that he made in this community, it's astonishing. If you guys know about him, he is a great businessman. He's a great entrepreneur. He had passion about what he was doing. And that's what I bring to this community. I absolutely love the work that I do. I've been leading the Y now for 2.5 years. And it has been a journey, I can tell you that. But what I want to tell you, for the young people here, say congratulations to you guys. You're on your journey right now. Take your journey, take your time. I did a journey that was very different. I thought I wanted to be a doctor. I was a doctor. But then I made a circuitous move around, worked in the corporate space, worked in the startup space, started a couple companies, and now in the nonprofit space. And I will tell you, this is the best opportunity that I've had, is working in the nonprofit space and actually serving people. That's what I tell my agency. We are here to serve people, and we're doing servant leadership. The YWCA, we are celebrating our 120th anniversary this year. Yes. We serve over 10,000 women and their families annually, and we see women sometimes in the worst times in their life. and being able to take those women and move them on to an economically stable and sustainable opportunity, that's what brings me joy. And what brings me joy here today is being here and being recognized for the work that we do, and also being recognized by an organization such as yourselves that are looking to increase opportunities for more and more minorities, for more and more women, and for these young people that you've honored today. So I am honored to be here. And thank you so much for this wonderful, wonderful honor. Thank you.
So just one more hand of applause. Thank you, please. So there's no one-size-fits-all to DE&I approach, and it's critical that senior leadership and key influencers recognize that they must be fully committed to the effort if there's going to be any success. That brings us to our next awardee, Mark. Committed to changing the conversation on building relationships and offering to a diverse workforce in life insurance, employee benefits, and wealth advisory and management. The leadership of this organization has hosted NAAIA, STL meetings, offered CE opportunities for our members at no additional cost, and attendance to this very event this year. They participated in our top golf event last year in August, if any of you were there. It was lots of fun. We are thrilled to present the Financial Services Award, and some folks I just met today, so I'm really excited about them. Foresight Finley, a division of the Guardian Insurance Company. Please join us at the stage.
Well, wow, what an honor. As you can see, I was very ready to accept this award. So. Michelle and I are honored to accept this award on behalf of the entire Foresight Finley team. We are just excited to be here this evening, and thank you. Our firm is a member of the Guardian Network. We're very proud of that. Guardian Insurance was founded in 1860 by a civil rights attorney, Hugo Westendock, and the Guardian legacy has always been for civil rights, for diversity, equity, and inclusion. And again, we're just so very proud to be here tonight and accept this award. Michelle.
Thank you. It's a special honor to be with you this evening celebrating Black American history. So thank you for that privilege. By accepting this award, we commit to you to continue raising up African American individuals in the financial services and insurance industry. And we're honored tonight to have with us Danisha Bonner, who's a financial representative at Forsyth Finley. So thank you, Danisha, for joining us.
All righty. By the time the night ends, I'll probably be a pro at this. Okay, our next awardee did not wait to be asked to support the NAAIA STL chapter, but proactively reached out and contacted Tina Anderson, our former chapter president, in the fall of 2023. They asked how they could become involved with NAAIA SCL chapter. Since that time, they have become the first corporate sponsor of NAAIA SCL chapter. When an insurance carrier's leadership rises to support you and is determined to be a partner on the journey, we present the Rising Leadership Award to Safety National, Stephanie Betty.
Thank you, Safety National.
Kathy, I'll try to keep this brief, but I did bring my notes, because give me a microphone and I'll talk a lot. On behalf of all the employees at Safety National, we are very honored and we're very humbled to be here tonight to accept this recognition from your amazing group, NAAIA. You know, I had this speech prepared, but there's so much positivity and so much energy in this room that I want to bottle it and take it home with me. Thank you for inviting us, and thank you for allowing us to be part of this event tonight. And the young people, there's nothing more important than education. And my parents used to say, everything could be taken away from you but your education. Continue that journey and you'll go far in life. Safety National is a large commercial carrier, insurance carrier. We've been here for 80 years. I think we're not well known because we're in this large commercial excess workers' compensation space. In fact, we're probably the market leader in the workers' compensation space. We write large risk accounts and multinational accounts, and I could go on forever about Safety National because I love it, but I want to say thank you very much for providing this amazing network and a platform for the empowerment of people of color in the insurance industry. We know that this industry has a long ways to go. It's like turning a battleship in a bathtub, but it is going, and with leaders like I see in this audience and people that are buying in and supporting NAAIA and other groups, we can make those changes, and together we can partner and become the catalyst. So thank you. I really did have this all planned, but you know, you guys are just so amazing. I just can't say enough. Thank you for this award.
Thank you, Safety National. Okay, our next awardee are independent insurance brokers who are also business owners. They are headquartered in St. Louis, in the region, but have clients locally and nationally. These are brokers, they meet you to offer insurance solutions for all your insurance challenges. The brokerage agency was established more than 90 years ago. It has invited NAAIA St. Louis to hold a holiday party at their brokerage headquarters of all places, so hopefully we didn't do too bad there. And their HR departments alert NAAIA whenever there are employment opportunities. We see the value in diversity. Presenting the award for rising leadership of a regional brokerage agency to the Daniel and Henry Company.
Can I ask Donna Cannon, our Vice President of Claims Risk Management, come up?
Yes. Thank you, Donna.
All righty. Thank you. I asked Donna Cannon to come up because she's very instrumental in what we do with Daniel and Henry. I joined Daniel and Henry in 2008. I saw an opportunity to take a seat at the table and to become a change agent. Right now, I am the second Black full partner director in this company's 100-plus year history, and that's a great feat. I look forward to introducing the industry to individuals who look like me, challenging the company to recognize and own the need for an effective DE&I program. Thank you. Now I guess I get to introduce the next person. Okay, our next awardee is a shining example of what Dr. Nunnery stated. Nothing will change for the better until the senior leadership makes a personal decision and commitment. Strong there. That change begins now and with me. Ladies and gentlemen, we present the 2024 Diversity Champion Executive Award to the first woman CEO in our region of United Healthcare, Ms. Gloria Sargent. Come to the stage.
Well, you're going to get the Gloria that just kind of wings it. So I'm honored and humbled to be here this evening. My heart is so full and happy. It's a very emotional evening. This is to be welcomed here and to just feel the love and the support and the encouragement from everybody in this room. It's amazing. I am this, as Kathy said, or as they mentioned, the first CEO, female CEO for United Healthcare. Been with United for 20 years now. Our mission is to help people live healthier lives, and if I didn't believe that that was our mission, I wouldn't be here. Health insurance is a tough industry, changes every day, dynamic. You need to be an attorney, COBRA compliance, all the things that you do every day, but it's worth it. At the end of the day, we help people at their time of need, and insurance is not important until it's important. And you receive a diagnosis, a family member receives a diagnosis, and that's when you need the help. It's a difficult journey to navigate. What I would say, to kind of back up to my involvement with NAAIA, Kathy reached out to me when I became the CEO at United Healthcare and said, would you like to do lunch? And I said, absolutely. And I fell in love with Kathy. Within seconds of meeting her, she's a beautiful soul. And she shared with me NAAIA and the journey, and I couldn't wait to get involved. I don't have the same experience that you do. I have had my own journey, right, in the industry that I'm in, and things that I have battled, but I really always, I think at the end of the day, everyone wants to be good and may have an unconscious bias. So I work really hard with everyone that I work with in the industry at my organization. At times I'm emotional about a situation when I feel that we are promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion in my organization, but we're not really following what we think what would be that environment. I had a situation I won't get into about a week ago, and I was pretty emotional. I drafted an email probably 3 times, canceled the email, and then waited about a week. Almost gave up. I thought, is this something that I really should battle? And I have a very strong-willed daughter, said, you need to do this. And I picked up the phone and I called leadership and I kind of talked them through. And I was talking to another female, honestly, and she said, I'm so embarrassed. I had never looked at it like that. I had never considered that. We need to change this. So what I would say, I'm happy to be a part of NAAIA. I'm happy to support you. I'm here for the new agents or the recipients of the scholarships and anything that I can do to help you along the way. Thank you for allowing me to be here. Honored to receive this award. When I was in the car when Kathy called me and I'm like, what? And my eyes are filling up with tears. So it really, truly means the world to me, more than you'll ever know. Thank you.
Thank you, Gloria. Okay, our final awardee is similar to the Members' Choice Award. When the NAAIA STL members were asked to nominate their company, employees of the second largest global insurance brokerage firm in the world nominated their firm. When asked why the employees raved about access to professional growth provided at the firm, how supportive senior leadership is for their personal concerns or community-based organizations, and senior leadership fosters an environment of respect for diversity for all people. The ladies and gentlemen, that's an ally. We are proud to present our 2024 Still I Rise Ally of the Year Award to Aon.
I'm delighted to be here. I'm going to be one of those wing-its as well. But in all honesty, it feels awkward to be honored for something that is really, quite frankly, very natural and easy to do, and that is to support the people that we see as incredibly valuable to our culture and helping us create a community of employees that look like the people that we live around and work around every day. We live in the city of St. Louis with our home in the Cortex, and we're delighted to be there. DE&I is part of our culture and our heritage, and we have a great support for doing it on a lot of levels, including a pioneering new program that started in Chicago with a really great way to bring people out of the emerging high school and community college programs and give them the ability to get a full education at our expense and have them come into a great career with Aon. And that's just one thing that's being done, but what we do on a local level isn't my fault or leadership. It's really the people and the people inside of our firm, and we are eager to help support individuals wherever they work within the firm, whether they're in a leadership role or a new role or an intern. And what we're most excited about is seeing the scholarship recipients and knowing that we have an incredible appetite for being an ally, and we look forward to having you come and join us in the workforce when you finish your education. So thank you for this opportunity. Appreciate it.
Each of the leadership awardees are doing more than creating DE&I Minute. They are positively impacting the future. Congratulations. So now with that being said, Carol and Tracy, this is your spot. You can have it back.
Thank you, all the awardees. Thank you.
Still I rise, right?
Yes, congratulations again to all of the honorees again tonight. Before our keynote speaker comes back, we have one more special presentation.
Actually, we might even have two. If we could have our Alderwoman, Shameen Clark-Hubbard, and Keisha Pulliam and Sherilyn Rose to the stage, as well as our keynote. Dana, can you please come up? She's like, what?
All right, good evening, everyone. I am excited to be here today, tonight, rather. I've been thinking about this all day. I guess that's why I thought about it like that. Hey, sis. You know, as the older person in the city of St. Louis, one of the unique things we get to do and one of the ways that we get to honor you in the only way that we can, and especially the way that we can, is by passing a resolution. And when we pass resolutions down at the Board of Aldermen, we pass them the same way we pass laws and the same way we pass ordinance. And what's important to know about that is not only do we pass them, we do a voice vote. That means we speak consensus over the many accomplishments, your legacy, and the way you continue to give back to the communities here above and beyond the way that we could ever know. And not only do we pass it and you get this honor and you get this resolution, I want you to know that it's also in the City of St. Louis record, the official records of the City of St. Louis. So that means that wherever anybody goes, wherever they do, they can Google what the kids say. They got the receipts. They can look it up in the records of the City of St. Louis, the official city journal of the City of St. Louis, that not only were you here, but what you did while you were here so far. Right, because there's so much more to do. So I just want to note that now, therefore, it be resolved by the Honorable Board of Aldermen of the City of St. Louis that we pause in our deliberations to recognize, honor, and welcome Ms. Dana L. Wilson to the City of St. Louis. Thank you for everything you do.
Yes. We're not done yet. And can all of our members of Delta Sigma Theta please stand as well?
Good evening. My name is Cheryl Rose, and joining me this evening is Keisha Pulliam and also Sheila Simmons. We are not only proud members of NAAIA, but we are also proud members of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a service organization founded by college-educated women who were dedicated to public service with an emphasis on programs that assist and support the African American community. And we are just here to support and to salute our soror Dana. We're very glad to have you here to celebrate with us this evening, and we have a small token of love and appreciation to share with you on behalf of our beloved sisterhood.
Keisha, could you come back?
Can you please?
Keisha, before you leave, a special recognition for you because you, where are you? Okay. Because you have been voted as NAAIA STL's Member of the Year.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh my goodness.
Congratulations to you. So many incredible moments tonight. Another one is coming right now. Tonight's keynote speaker, Dana Wilson, has over 15 years of experience in the financial services industry and is the founder and CEO of CHIP, Changing How Individuals Prosper. We have the pleasure of hearing her share with us on audacious leadership. Please welcome back Dana Wilson.
I even get started. Hello, St. Louis. Hello. It is truly, truly such an honor and a privilege to be here with you all tonight. I feel at home here. I am from northern New Jersey, but I feel like I'm from St. Louis the past few days that I've been here. It's been an honor and a pleasure, and you all look absolutely amazing. So I know everyone's, looking at the screen and you're like, why is the word audacious upside down, backwards, sideways, all the things? Well, I promise you it was done on purpose. And a lot of times when we look at the word audacious, and we try to understand what it means to live with audacity, it's a large word. It's a big word, and it sometimes feels like it's unattainable. It doesn't seem like it's something that we can reach. I promise you that you can. But it's important to acknowledge the fact that we can put ourselves in these positions to lead with audacity, to start to learn the behaviors that are going to create opportunities for us to be in this room, for us to excel, for us to lead. So I've spent probably about the last year and a half really redefining what certain words mean to me. Because I feel like a lot of times we go through life and people tell us what certain words mean. We adopt those words and those meanings into our lifestyle. But they don't always fit into who we are, who we've become, and who we will continue to be as we grow personally and professionally. So a lot of these words for me have been words like fear, joy, wealth, friend, family. Don't get me started. But a lot of times it's really redefining those words so they make sense along the journey that you're continuing to create within your life. So for me, when I think about what audacity means, I had to create my own definition so that it felt like it was a part of me. It was something that was really attainable and something that I can measure. Now, I promise that I made this definition up, so I know if anyone's getting ready to look on Google and ChatGPT, AI, I promise you, you won't find it, or I hope you don't. But this is my definition. And it says that I can achieve the seemingly impossible with determination, composure, and purpose. And for me, this definition fit because I felt like this was something that I can really start to lean into. It made sense for who I feel like I always have been, who I am now, and the legacy that I feel like I'm going to continue to create as I continue to grow. And you're still always learning, and you're still always growing, no matter where you are in life. And it's such a pleasure to be amongst you all here who are kind of in these developmental roles, and you're around all of these leaders. So if you do need to borrow this definition, feel free to do so. Don't feel like you got to tag me or anything, it's fine. Now, when we're also thinking about the word audacity and how to be audacious, it also comes with a lot of large titles, right? CEO, speaker, writer, possible author, athlete. But sometimes also these words and these titles seem like they're also unattainable. And we don't often give ourselves permission to have these titles, right? Being a CEO, it's a lot, I can tell you. Being a founder, trying to become a writer. But at the same time, you're showing up every day, and you're doing the things that allow you to have those titles, right? You're doing those things that are showing that you're putting in the work, so you deserve them. Now, I'm a big fan of Lovey Ajayi-Jones. She's also actually a soror of mine. And she has an amazing podcast, and it's called The Professional Troublemaker. And there were a couple episodes in that podcast, I think it was in the beginning of the season, where she also talked about this. And she's someone who's been an author, speaker, writer, but in the beginning of her journey, she wasn't sure that she could give herself the title of being a writer. Because sometimes we're comparing ourselves to the greats, right? She was looking at the Toni Morrisons of the world. And it was like, how can I be a writer? How can I put myself in that category when I'm looking at all of the greats? But we do belong in those categories, right? She was putting in the work. She was making the time to write. She was showing up. And somewhere along that journey, she realized that, hey, I am a writer. And she gave herself permission to have that title. And now she's gone on to do amazing things, speak, write. Still, of course, someone that I look up to personally. And she's done all of these things. So regardless of what that title is for you, own it, share it, use it, hold on to it. So we're going to do a quick exercise, because it's always weird for me to just stand up here by myself. I want everyone to get up. Everyone stand up, stand up, stand up. Come on, I know we just finished eating. We can stretch, do a little bit of yoga. All right. So I've heard a lot of you talk, so I know you all talk pretty loud, so we're going to do some things real quick. Don't get scared. It's all right. You'll be okay. I promise. I got you. All right, so I want you to repeat after me. I trust myself.
I trust myself.
Oh, no. No. Come on, St. Louis. I trust myself.
I trust myself.
There we go. I promise there's something next. I'm not even sure. There we go. Oh, no, we're cheating. I will succeed.
I will succeed.
I am proud of myself.
I am proud of myself.
I am brave.
I am brave.
Okay, this last one, I don't want it to get a little tricky. But I'm going to say, I am a, and I want you to fill it in with that audacious title that you have yet to give yourself. So I'm going to give you a second or two. So when I say, I am a, I want you all to shout at that title. Whatever that title is that you've been holding on to, that you haven't fully embraced. All right? So I am a. All right, we're getting there. We got it. I see her. Legion, Conqueror. Awesome. All right, we're getting there. Next time around when I come back, we're going to do that again. Everyone's going to have it. All right, now I want you all to spread your feet, shoulder length apart. We're going to do about two sets of burpees. I'm just joking. Everybody sit down. Kathy's like, I'm never going to invite her back again. No. But I hope that felt good just to kind of say that out loud, have a bit of that release. Because what you said, this is your entire accountability room. So someone heard that title that you gave yourself. So I know everyone came in here with titles. You're all executives, partners. But before you leave here, I want you to make sure when you're introducing yourself to someone that you haven't met, introduce yourself with that title that you just used. Get comfortable saying that title, using that title, sharing it. And for everyone at these tables and those that you do know, challenge them to continue to keep it, to hold on to it. Now, I thought it would be great to kind of talk about my journey to Audacity, even though I feel like I'm still on it, and doing it through seasons and episodes because that's what we're used to, especially since we've been home, watching Netflix, Apple TV, this is what we know. So there's a couple different points in my life that really helped me focus around Audacity and what that means to me. And we'll start with clarity. So this is me. This is little Dana, the little disruptor. You can tell I grew up in the 1980s, 90s. That's lace and I think over velvet or velour. This is, can I text my mother real quick? This is somewhat embarrassing. But I did pick this photo. So as a kid, I was always very playful, action-oriented. I was that kid who always asked why. I was very annoying, probably still am. But I was just curious. I wanted to know why, not because I was trying to be smart, although I'm sure some people took it that way, but just because I really wanted to understand. Now, when I was in elementary school, I was in a class where really all we did was read passages and short books, and we would have these open discussions about what we read. And sometimes we would have debates in this class. Now, at the time, as I said, I was a very active child, loved sports and all of that. So to be in a class where all we did was read and discuss, I mean, that was extremely boring, as you can imagine. But I had to take it. So we were in class one day, and we were reading the story around Canterbury Tales. Has anyone heard of Canterbury Tales? Okay, good. Don't leave me by myself. Thank you. 2 people? 3 people? Wonderful. 4? All right, there we go. So we were reading Canterbury Tales. And after that, like I was saying, we would get through this passage and we would have these discussions around it. So there was a moment where, for me, although I didn't enjoy reading as a child, I had a knack, and I could read very fast. And I would memorize certain things, and I could just kind of move on from it. So we were tasked with reading this passage. I get through it. What do kids do when they're bored? We talk. We keep talking. So allegedly, I might have been talking too much. There's no social media proof, so it's my word against the teachers. So I was done with the passage, and I was in class, and the teacher laser focused on me and started asking me all of the questions that she had planned to ask the class. So apparently this was her way of kind of just almost trying to embarrass me in a sense. So she laser focused on me and rapid fired every single question. So it's kind of like when you stare at someone for too long and it gets a little too uncomfortable. So for a while, I was just like, okay, and I'm answering the questions. And I think that was making her even more upset because I was answering them correctly, right? So it's one thing when you try to ask someone something and they're doing it wrong, so you can say, aha, I gotcha. But there was no I gotcha moment. To the point where I also think she was starting to make up questions, right? And it was getting very uncomfortable. So it kind of went from all this playful kind of banter as a kid to almost making me feel like I was being picked on. So my energy changed. The energy changed in the room, and it was very felt. And then from there, I remember just kind of, wanting to leave class. We all kind of exited class. And she stopped me before I got out of class, and she apologized. And it's that weird dynamic when an adult apologizes to you. You're kind of just like, what's going on, right? What is that? Especially when you're a kid, they're a teacher. But for me, I just kind of, wandered away from it. But it was something that stuck with me throughout my life, personally and professionally. Because as a leader, I think about the fact now that was the first time I feel like I saw someone as human. The first time I saw and really learned that language around empathy and what that means, and the importance of having that empathetic skill in seeing people for who they are in those moments as a leader, and her ability to take accountability for her actions, even though, again, allegedly I was talking, supposedly. But in that moment, I really understood what all of that meant. And as I grew up and developed more language, again, around empathy and building that into what it means to be a leader, it's something that I never really shook. So although we're always focusing on the bottom line and the importance of driving results within our company, it's also important as leaders to ensure that we're seeing people for who they are and seeing them as human. Now, of course, I grew up. That's me a little bit older, got a little taller. Got to somewhat control my clothes, although I was running. So this was actually a picture from my first 5K. So I know somewhere along the lines in my bio, it says that I'm training for the New York Marathon this year. I feel like if I just say it out loud, I'll actually do it. So just bear with me here. So this was the first picture from my first 5K. This was in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. So what I find so interesting about my experience around running is that people always ask me everything there is under the sun when it comes to running. What kind of sneakers do you wear? What kind of clothes do you wear? They ask me if I train with a coach. Do you wear anything for your knees, for your ankles, your arms? What are you doing? Everything. But they never ask me the most important question. Why did you start running? It amazes me that no one ever asks me that. It's very rare when someone asks me, why did you start doing that thing? Because there's always a reason when we start stuff. And someone in the back is like, tell me now. Well, no, that's the same person that likes to fast forward through the episodes. Nope, I got to give you the story. So when I graduated from North Carolina Central University, and I'm a proud HBCU graduate, so shout out to all the HBCU graduates in the room. I started working immediately in the financial services industry. And I actually came from a marketing background, so for anyone who is kind of making that switch too, I heard someone say that in their speech. It's a good industry to get into. So I moved into financial services, worked in banking, and I think within banking there is this intentionality around having more diverse faces in the bank branch because you're surrounded by the community and there's that reflection that they want to have. But when I was at the bank, all I saw were these closed offices, these signs for private wealth, wealth management, people zipping back and forth, coming into the office and going back around the curtain. I'm like, what is going on back there? I was like, it's a whole lot of smiling and walking and like money must be shifting back there that for some reason no one told me about. So I started, asking questions because again, that's what I do. And I also started just reading on my own. So back when Amazon only sold books, I know a lot of us forget about that period in time, but there was a time when that's all Amazon did. I'm glad they shifted because we are best friends. But back when they sold books, I went on there and I just, ordered a bunch of stuff and just started reading on my own. So as an adult, I'm an avid reader. I'm a book holder. Haven't gotten into the audiobook thing. I'm working on it. So I ordered those books, started kind of studying and understanding what was going on in this environment. What is wealth? What is private wealth? What is all this stuff? And I also started to kind of talk to all other financial advisors. And eventually that curiosity led me to switch roles. So I started working for the regional sales manager and operations manager, still within the same bank, but I moved over to the investment side. And within that role, I was there to help manage also a team of financial advisors, roughly about 22, 23 advisors. And when I got into this role, I realized a lot of things. But the first thing that I looked at was the fact that there were no Black or brown advisors. And I was extremely confused. And there was only one woman advisor on this team. And when I joined into this role and was working within this office, I was probably the youngest by about maybe 10, 15 years. I was the only person of color, the only Black woman, only Black person in this office. And I was like, that also was kind of confusing and weird to me as well. And all the women were only in support roles to male advisors. And I was like, what? That's also weird. What is going on? No women in leadership, no people of color, no Black person anywhere. So I didn't understand. Now, I grew up in a very diverse community of Montclair, New Jersey, if anyone in here is familiar. I went to an HBCU where I feel like they fill you up with so much pride and self-esteem and being Black and what it means to be a Black woman. And then I transitioned into financial services, into a role, into an industry where I never saw myself. And I was constantly looking for me in every single step, every place I could find, and I couldn't find that. So needless to say, in a bit of this role, I also had to pass my Series 7. I don't know if anyone in here has these series exams, but woo Lord, they're a lot. So I was also having to study for my Series 7. So I'm going down that path, studying for my 7. Now in this role, I couldn't study at work. A lot of times they let you, study at work and you're able to kind of do that. No, I didn't have that. I could study in the morning, so I was up early, I was doing work, I was sneaking and studying when I could and nobody was looking. Then I was home, studying, eat, and then study. So between my alma mater's library and Duke's library, I was back and forth somewhere. One closed, I was somewhere else. So that was my life. So fast forward, I went to go take this exam, scheduled it, got it all done, took the exam. I failed by 5 points. I'm like, come on. Now, I played basketball in high school, so I'm like, that's 2 shots and a foul shot, right? I was like, come on. I can do this. I'm smart. I can do all these things, right? So this time, I'm a little stressed out. Because now I'm like, my job is dependent on this. There's a lot of unknown things around me passing this test. But I have to do it. And at that time when you took the Series 7, it was a 6-hour exam split into 2 3-hour blocks. I think you had maybe 30 minutes or something to chew. So it was a lot of pressure. So I went to take that exam the next time, and I continued to study, trying to figure out, well, how do I change my strategy around this? And I'm doing all of this stuff. Still dealing with an environment where I was trying to find myself and figure out what was going on. In a lot of ways in this environment was also becoming very toxic. It was just not a friendly space for me to be in. So trying to still find myself, coming out of college, find myself as an adult, and then also as who am I supposed to show up as today. So I was home one day, and I had my first panic attack. And I don't know if any of you in here have experienced that before, but I didn't know what was going on. And a lot of times we don't talk a lot about mental health, stress, anxiety, especially as a community. So in the moment, I didn't have the language to understand what was happening in my body. I also didn't feel like I had any real outlets to talk about or shift that energy at work. I didn't really talk about it with my friends or my family because I didn't want to scare anyone. I was with my head, I'm just like, okay, well, this is something I could just get through. So needless to say, fast forward, this is still kind of going on. I ended up sitting for the Series 7 again, and I failed it by 1 point. All right, family. So this is when you have those moments, when you have those moments when you just kind of sit down and try to get on God's calendar. Because you're like, what do you want me to do, right? I'm showing up. I'm doing everything. I don't know what's going on up in here. It's a lot. There's a lot happening. But I'm trying. I'm showing up. So I'm just like, why? Why can't I get past this thing? This thing is just circling over my head, this exam. So now I'm in a huge position where I'm like, oh my God, like what is going to happen? Right? Because now I'm really kind of stressed out to the T and still in this environment where it's just very unfriendly. At that time, there was a lot of like back and forth of bodies moving to offices and closing doors, and it was just a lot of stuff going on. So still trying to show up in that, do my work, figure out if I'm going to have a job tomorrow or the next day. I didn't know, but I still showed up. And for some reason, something inside of me just told me to keep studying. I can't tell you why, but I also probably think it was just a bit of a distraction from everything that was going on, and also the fact that I might have to find a new job, and maybe I'll be a little bit more prepared when I go in there, possibly. So I just kind of kept somewhat studying. Now, within all of this time frame as well, I was still trying to figure out what was going on with my job. So I was living with my grandmother at the time, and in the back of her house was this lake, beautiful lake. So I made it a goal one summer to get around this lake without stopping. And because I'm a little bit competitive, so I've been told, I don't believe it, I started to continue to run and set higher and new goals. So it went from once around, twice around, 3 times. Then I continued to just run 4 miles, 5 miles, 6 miles, 8 miles. Then I got to this race. And I loved it. There was an outlet, something I had that was mine, that was created for me. So within that, I really just kind of created this space and this outlet. Now, a few months later, my bosses, they pulled me into their office, and I'm like, oh, here we go. I'm getting fired. So, I'm ready, up on LinkedIn. Who do I talk to? Where are my friends? Because LinkedIn was around, right? So they called me into the office, and they sit me down, and I'm just like, okay, I'm trying to prepare myself. And they're like, we want you to take the test again. And I was just like, why? So it was like I was over here, and I had this out-of-body experience. Like, why do you want me to do that again? Now, that's not what I said out loud. I said, okay. But over here, Dana was like, no, we don't agree with that. So I said, okay. And of course, by the grace of God, I was still studying and preparing for this exam, but I started to turn it up a notch. But I was also kind of in a different space in this time. So still studying, changing my habits a little bit, really focused on me. And I was home one day, and I was putting on lotion, and I felt a lump in my breast. Now, in that moment, nothing mattered. That test didn't matter. My job didn't matter. The only thing I can think about was my mom, my family, my close friends, the legacy that I was hoping to leave. That was it. Nothing else mattered in that moment. But at least I had all these other outlets that I was focused on. So of course I'm still in a panic because that is a thing that happens, right? So I'm on the phone with my doctor and I'm like, well, by the grace of God, maybe we found it early, and all this stuff is going through my head and all of these things. So I call, the doctor, she gets me in, we start doing all the testing and all this stuff. So, all these things are going on. And then even through all of this, I'm still dealing with all this stuff at work. I'm still studying, so I'm still on this crazy kind of schedule, but I'm still running. So I had to go, of course, and take this exam. Now, if you're familiar with Durham, North Carolina, or where that's centrally located, none of the testing centers in Durham were open when I needed to take this exam for the third time. So I had to drive all the way to Greensboro, which is roughly about 40, 45 minutes. And I told y'all I went to Central. That's A&T country. For some of you all that don't know, A&T and Central are rivals. So now I got to drive to Greensboro. So I drive to Greensboro, and I take this exam. Let me tell y'all, I passed. And when I passed, I slammed my hands on the table so loud that the proctor in the back was tapping on the glass like, okay, calm down, it's probably time for you to go. But in that moment, I forgot where I was. I didn't see the testing center. That exam wasn't that important to me. I wasn't focused on the thing. Yes, I was happy I passed the exam and it just got off of my shoulders. But for me, it was about the journey. It was about the continued reminder of showing up for myself, even when all the things were going on that were out of my control. The only things that I could control was focused on my health, taking care of myself, just that reminder of what was important, those reminders of being still in certain moments when you just need to listen and talk less and try not to do a lot and fix everything. So for me, when I think about resilience and what that means as a leader, it's about trusting yourself, your intuition, and always letting that lead your choices as you're leading your team, you're building teams, you're becoming that person who wants to make others make better decisions and clear their path. Now, thankfully, the results came back and I was fine, nothing was wrong, and that was just a blessing from God. But that was a reminder to ensure that no matter what is going on, I can trust myself and find that resilience at any point. So then we get to Audacity, which I got to tell you, I'm still learning, still growing, still working on. We all are. Because in certain moments, that is going to change. You're going to continue to redefine words. Because even this word that I defined earlier, audacity, and the definition I gave, that might change in the next 5 to 10 years. And you got to be open to that change. Now, when I started CHIP, I started it because I wanted to ensure the intentional visibility of financial professionals of color. Because I didn't want those who look like me, especially those coming into this industry, to have to go through what I went through coming in. If there was ever a way for me to make that landing space a little better, I was going to do it. And what we do is help connect individuals to financial professionals of color. Now, this was the first article that came out when we had our first piece of media. And I got to tell you, when I saw that, and I was just like, disruptor. I was like, who is disrupting the industry? I'm like, that looks like me. But I'm like, who is that? I don't know if I'm really a disruptor. Is that what I'm doing? And it was one of those moments again where I had to really understand that I could adopt that word. It wasn't such a large, unattainable title. It was actually something that fit with me my entire life. From the kid who was wearing the lace and the velvet, don't judge me, to the one who became that runner, that athlete, because as far as I'm concerned, I am an athlete. And when I cross or skip or whatever I do to get over that marathon line, I will be an athlete. But a disruptor to an industry, when you think about all the people who have disrupted, stirred up that good trouble, I was like, is that really what I'm doing? But it is. It's who I was, it's who I've been, it's who I am now, and it's who I will continue to be. So when I saw that, it's like, yes. So I took it, I ran with it, and continuing to lead in all ways, that audaciousness, that audacity, making those large words, those titles fit into who I am and what I want to accomplish in my life. Now, there's no way that we're going to leave a Still I Rise conference without one of my favorite quotes from Maya Angelou, which is, I am convinced that courage is the most important of all virtues, because without courage, you cannot practice any other virtue consistently. It is only with courage that you can be persistently, insistently kind and generous and fair. So if I leave you with anything tonight, I really want you to understand that you can live that audacious life through all challenges, through all parts of life that you cannot control. But permit yourself to be audacious and to ensure that others are audacious as well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Dana, the disruptor. Good trouble.
Thank you, yes. Thank you. Absolutely.
Woo. Yes. Give her a hand.
What I love about excellent speakers is when they are transparent, because she certainly could come up and tell us about her bottom line and all the people that she has impacted and even the journey of creating CHIP, but to get personal and to be transparent is really what moves people and really what brings us to your way of thinking and to your side. And I had to think, how would I finish this sentence, I am?
Yes.
I had to think about that.
I am.
I am an entrepreneur.
I am an empowerista.
I am a badass.
That you are.
That I was thinking that. I was like, well, is that a job? Is there a 401k with the badass? Is there a HR? I don't know. I could.
That's it.
I'll have HR.
As the kids say, that part.
That part.
That part. That part.
Thank you once again, Dana. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you for ending with a call to be courageous.
Yes.
To be courageous.
Yes.
We need that now more than ever.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I would love to be able to use your ink pen for a quick section. She literally asked us, how do we rise? And one of the things that
I love this
we want to
pen.
do
Please don't
is,
give it
when
back.
you get a good pen, it's hard to give it back.
Yeah.
That means we got to do this again.
Okay, we have to do this again. All right.
I'll give you your pen.
All right.
She asked if everyone could give us one word, like that one word that fulfills you, that allows you to rise. And I'll start with you, Dana, because I got it right here. But what is that one word for you? Impact. Another word? Anybody? Shout out the words.
Responsibility.
Responsibility. Influence.
What was that?
Community.
Mm-hmm.
Respectful. Yes, young man. Intentional.
Faith. Empathy.
Success, empathy, and
Love, the greatest of these.
And your word?
Was, I said many. Empathy.
Okay. Oh, okay. I thought you were.
I said
Success.
empathy.
All right.
What's your word? He raised his, you're the only one in who raised your hand. God bless you.
Say it again. General? I'm sorry. Gentleman.
Gentleman.
Yes, gentlemen. So one of the things that we realize is
Get
that
on the
when
mic, honey.
we come together, I love it. Y'all know this is what sisterhood is all about, when we can rise together. And I'm so honored. I'm about to cry. But it's about us being able to realize the value of rising together. When we understand the value of resiliency, we understand that you should have the audacity to understand the impact that you can make. And you have a responsibility to do this. So whatever influence you have, use it. But most importantly, use it for the community. But be respectful for those who came before you and be intentional about grabbing those that come behind you and understand that this is a faith walk for us all. This is what success looks like, but have a little empathy for those who are still trying to figure it out. But at the end of the day, love is how we come together. Be gentlemen and be young women and be grown women and understand that when we come together, we don't compete, we complete. And that's what audacity looks like when we rise. And we thank you.
Did we get that on tape? We got that on tape. It will be in print on Facebook tonight at midnight.
You got to stay in the moment. She said,
Yes, you
be
do.
in the moment, and that's how we
Absolutely.
do it.
Absolutely. Now give me my pen back. Because that's what sisterhood is about.
That's right.
I'm going to get you your own. I got one at home. It's chocolate brown. You would love that one. I'm going to bring it to you.
Thank you.
I'm going to bring
I
it to
would.
you. Thank you so much, poet.
That's
Thank
Maya
you.
Angelou, right? That's my
Yes,
grandmother.
yes, yes, yes. All right, so we have names to announce. You have them?
Woo!
Because there was a silent auction.
Did you all know
Did
that?
I get outbid? Is my name on there at all? I wanted that Cafe Napoli. I love Cafe Napoli. So thank you so much for coming.
Congratulations.
Did I get it?
Let's see, the dinner for two. It's dinner for two. Cafe Napoli winner is the Carol Daniels.
Date night, baby, because I love that man.
Woo!
I'm not going to tell him how much it was.
So you'll come see me
Okay.
and Kanisha in the back.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So number 2 was the wine
Wine,
tasting.
the wine tasting experience is Mark Lear. Woo!
Awesome.
Right, thank you.
What does that look like? You and 9 of your closest friends and relatives get to enjoy a fabulous private wine tasting with a wine advisor. Indulge in your wine palette with wines from across the globe. 5 bottles.
And I was so excited I won Cafe Napoli, but, or I'm paying for Cafe Napoli. It's dinner for 2 at Cafe Napoli for date night.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
You want my picture, Wiley? With my,
So this one is a little bit different. You see the gentleman there in the red?
and then party in the penthouse.
He donated it.
Oh, okay.
Can I just come to the penthouse anyway, Mr. Cito? Can I? Just come and hang out with you? Standing invitation. Thank you so much. Have you enjoyed yourself tonight?
The gentleman in the red is the actual owner who donated it.
I just want you to know that I realize that when you think about that other people say, what do you do for a living? I sell insurance. Maybe their eyes glaze over and they don't understand. And far too many of us in our community do not know the value. And I know you're still trying to get that message through twofold, that there's a place for people who look like us in the industry, impact in the industry, but that people who look like us need the industry. If I see one more GoFundMe to bury a child, if I see one more GoFundMe to raise money for someone who lost their home in a fire, if we see that one more time, and we will see that one more time, your work is not finished. So it is definitely twofold, to get more people who look like you in the industry and to get more of us to have the coverage that we need. And this is truly about that word we say a lot these days, generational wealth. I told my sons, we have life insurance, don't get any ideas. Don't you dare, don't you dare. Okay, you got it?
Yes, call him up so he can announce it.
Do you want me to call Bill Seedoff up?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
would you,
ma'am.
Bill, come on, so we can see that Cardinals
He gave.
red jacket,
Yes,
because this
please
is
come on up.
compliments of you. Let's Go Birds Penthouse Party. Wait a minute, I have glasses, I actually, hold on. All the rest of the words I could see except for these, why is that? Ooh, look at their letters and words. Celebrate a,
Let him say it.
oh, you tell it. How are you, my dear?
Good.
Good to see you.
It's my old friend.
Yes, okay.
Oh, is the winner
You're gonna
is-
read that? Did you talk about it?
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Okay. I have a penthouse at One Cardinal Way, which overlooks the stadium. It's getting on to the baseball season, so it should be a great time to do that. What we have is a party for 10, and we provide the food and the drinks, and all we ask you to do is come and have a good time. And we've done this for a number of different not-for-profit organizations. It's been really fun for us. That's my better half down there, Mary Ellen, who assists me on these parties. And it's a great place to have a party and meet new people, which we've done about 5 of these, and we got 4 more scheduled, I think, up ahead. But it's a great auction item, and whoever gets to do this is going to have a great time. It's going to be a great party. So the winner is, help me with this now.
Right there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Jeff Plummer.
Woo!
Yep.
All right.
Here he comes.
All right.
Here he comes.
We're going to have a good time, Jeff.
Jeff is my cousin, y'all. Come on, cuz. Hey!
Thank you, Bill.
Here you
Very
go.
Yeah,
much.
we look forward to having you guys.
Yes, thank you.
You get a nice photo like you know each other and like you're happy that you, yes, there you go.
For the party.
All right.
Look forward to it.
Thank you so much.
Excited.
Thank you, Carl.
Forever the giver.
Thank you, Bill.
Bill Seedoff served in, I don't know how many decades in government and never really retired because he continues to give, continues to try to make a difference in any way he can, and drag his lovely wife along with him as he is doing that. So we appreciate you, Mary Ellen. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Anybody who donated, we appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. All right. I think we did it.
It's time to sing, but we don't have to sing.
Oh, we have one more thing? Are you telling me I have one more thing to do?
Did you say one more thing? No, I don't think so.
She's like, read. Read the words. Read the words, woman.
I mean, we could
The
come up with-
African proverb says, there are many of them, but this one I love. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Let's go together.
Let's go together.
Let's go together. Let's go together. So
it.
grateful. Tracy Berry McGee and I have never worked together, but we've had many lunches and breakfasts together, coffees, and as she has asked me questions and I have asked her questions, and I've asked for her prayers because she is that kind of a woman, and she is doing great things in this community to show our girls that they are worthy, and they are worthy. And bottom line, they are worthy and that they are not alone. So we thank you, Tracy, for the impact you've been having for decades
Thank you.
in this
Thank
community.
You. This has been an honor. Thank you so much. Carol Daniels, y'all.
Well.
That's it, right?
Kathy, God bless you. I'm just saying thank you. I'm just saying thank you. Brainchild, everybody who organized this, we appreciate you. Thank you again to the Four Seasons. I always thank them because every now and then I want a free room. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no shame. I ain't got no shame. Listen. Listen, Linda. Is Reverend Samuel Anderson still with us this evening?
It's time for the
Reverend
benediction.
Anderson?
Come right on.
Don't have me pray us out because I will do it. I will go to my God and thank him for letting me get in this dress. I didn't know if I could fit it, Reverend. I didn't know. And then God said, get on in that dress, girl. You got it. Sir, if you would, please.
I would like to say to this great audience and to my Miss Catherine Connolly, who invited me to come, and my beautiful wife, stand up, Tina Anderson.
Yeah, stand up.
Stand up, Tina.
Yeah. You see how I look so good is because she looks so good.
Well, all right. Well, all right.
All right, so I'm grateful to be here tonight, and I'm glad that I was invited to give the prayer. And I want to say to this great group that as long as you keep God and people, all the money that you need will come tonight. Just God and people, recognizing that, and everything else will fall your way. You can stand because I don't talk a long time, and I don't want to make you glad twice, so I want you to stand so I can dismiss you. Right. Glad I got up here and glad I sat down. So I'm going to go ahead and dismiss us. Father God, we thank you for this opportunity that we have been privileged to come to this great place to celebrate the history of black folks and the wonderful diversity of this great audience. Father, we ask you to give us traveling mercies. Bless those that have come. Bless us as we go home this night. Bless us as we ride. Help us to get back to our safe homes and where we need to be, and to our jobs and to our families. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, let everybody say amen.
Be safe on your way home. Thank you so much for joining us.